At the Downtown Athletic Club in Eugene, Oregon, I am Jim Douglas, coming to you with the second quarterfinal of the day. Having just wrapped up Javier Mar versus Jake Bredenbeck. Jake Bredenbeck taking that win. IRT President now, Dave Negrete, introducing the players. Alan Natera introduced from Chihuahua, Mexico. Andres Acuna, second player being introduced. You can see just part of the crowd there in that initial shot from the screen. There is another viewing area that's up top, and they have multiple rows of seats up there where people are watching the matches from that don't want to come down the stairs here to be on this stadium seating. There's also another match going on over there on the court number 3. There are 6 courts here in the Downtown Athletic Club, 5 of which are being in use this weekend. There was a little water damage on one of the others, some kind of water leak, so they shut off the lights and they deemed it unsafe. So we're very thankful to the Downtown Athletic Club here for letting us come and play and accepting the pros. And they're concerned for the players' safety, which is first and foremost with the International Racquetball Tour. Alan Natera has elected to serve, having won the toss. Second quarterfinal of the day. And here we go, 0 serving 0. Natera really sailed that ball, but it kind of took a funny bounce and threw Acuna off, had to kind of try to flick it behind his back. And Natera kind of lucked out there with the first point of the match. Holy cow, are you kidding me? I think that was unintentional, but I thought it was on purpose. Drive to the right-hand side, and Acuna just blasted a reverse-hand pinch. I guess it came close to Natera, and that's why he was kind of putting his hand up like, hey, sorry, I didn't mean to get so close to you with that ball. It does hurt when you get hit with a ball if you've never been hit with one. Even this Gearbox Sleek black ball, which the professional tour uses. A great reverse pinch by Acuna to get his first point. Gearbox Sleek black ball. Does play a little differently than other balls, so I encourage you to buy a box of these and try them out just to see what you think. See what the pros are playing with and understand what people mean by it's a challenging ball to play with. There's some positive comments, there's some negative comments. Some people like it, some people don't, but you just have to understand that it's a ball. It's the ball. So everyone plays with the same ball. Got a great rally going on here. Little control shots, and we got some power shots going for the passes. Trying some drop shots there. Acuna known for having these soft drop shots, either forehand or backhand. Puts a little slice on it and just drops it into the corners, or slides it down the wall. A bit of a screen serve there, not really called. Skip there, called by head referee Jaime Martel. Linesman Rodrigo Montoya and Karim Carrasco. Short serve by Acuna, serving at 3-1. It's filling up a little bit more downstairs. The upstairs is full. All the seating, people standing around behind the seats, watching these two play from up above. Nick that didn't nick, but Natera tries to take it out of the air, backhand at about 35 feet and skipped it, giving Acuna his 4th point. A short drive serve from Acuna. Acuna also has a deceptive drive serve down the right-hand side. Very hard to pick up. If he gets it right, it will be difficult and challenging to get it. Goes with a half lob Z to the forehand of Natera. Great quick footwork there by Acuna and Natera to keep that rally going fast and low. But ultimately, Natera skips again. This is where Acuna is picking up all of his points, from skips from Natera. He needs to clean that up. There's that drive to the right that's deceptive. It looks exactly like the drive to the left. But if he gets it right, it gets just over that line on the right angle right there by the wall. It's very difficult to pick up. It's very difficult to get it. I thought Natera did well to get that first shot. Acuna managing to end that rally, though. Being patient, waiting for his opportunity. He wants his best chance at killing that ball when he's set, with his feet set. Good drive serve. Pretty good return by Natera. 37 feet backhand, only about 1.5 feet off the wall, but Acuna just does a nice splat roll out there. Didn't put a lot on it. He just wanted to make it get to the front wall. It was a great shot. Very impressive. 7-1. There's that drive right again. Tough on the wall. Splat shot. Skipped it, trying to get the tweener there, facing the back wall. 1-7. I think if Acuna had gotten that point, we might have seen a timeout from Natera. Natera, a powerful player. Very tall, about 6'2". With a long reach. He's very quick, he's very fit. He will get a lot of things that you think are down. Never count him out. 2-7 after his drive right, and we had a 3-shot rally to the right there. A little bit of a hinder there. Head referee Jaime Martel calls a replay for 2-7. Drive right, kind of checked up on that sidewall there. It's got to be clean, no sidewall. Unless you're cracking it and rolling it, it's got to be clean. And Acuna put some pressure on him by kind of jamming him. And Natera skipped the backhand in. There's that cut shot that I was talking about. Natera is appealing, calling 2 bounces. Loses that appeal. 1 agreed, 1 disagreed. I thought that it was a 2-bounce get as well. So I agree with head referee Martel. 8-2 from Acuna here. Drive right. That's a good one. Stuck on the wall. Squirted it out. It came off the back, but it squirted out and it was right on the wall. Popped out with a little bit of extra pace. And there's the timeout I spoke of. 9-2 for Acuna in our timeout. Coming up in our next quarterfinal, we've got #1 in the world player, Kane Waslinchuk, versus Adam Mania, a battle of 2 lefties. After that, we'll have Conrado Moscoso versus Rodrigo Montoya. Hopefully Moscoso's okay after that slip he had last night. Hurt his hip a little bit. He seemed to be walking a little oddly there in the rest of that match, so we hope that he's okay. He continued to play. He ended up defeating Andre Perea. So he will be our next quarterfinal match, our final quarterfinal match of the day. I am told by IRT President Dave Negrete that we have a new IRT sponsor. I believe that he said that it was Black and White energy drink. That will be a new IRT sponsor. So I'm really looking forward to hearing more about this and sampling some of their energy drink products. Time's back in now. Head referee Martel has called the score and time in. 9-2 for Acuna. Drive left is just a bit short. Acuna putting some heat on that ball. Going for the lob, Nick. Just picked that up off the sidewall. Acuna wants to talk. That was called a penalty hinder. Natera had a forehand. I'm not sure when he wanted to take it. My view was screened by Martel, so I couldn't see from my angle. He appealed. Acuna appealed the penalty hinder. 1 up, 1 down. So appeal stands, or is turned down. He loses his appeal, and Natera in the box with second serve at 9-2, or 2-9 rather. Acuna attacking that half serve, that lob serve. Going down the line though, leaving that thing out. And Natera pounded it with a forehand into that corner. For a point, 3-9. Natera tries for a Z. Wasn't a good angle. It was definitely going to come off. But Acuna cut it off anyway. Wow. Amazing. Natera with a great diving kill shot. Let's see that on the replay. As Acuna goes for the line shot, and Natera saves that. He gets a setup. Acuna gets a setup off the back wall. Natera just leaping dive in a little pinch shot and kills it. Fantastic shot. Has his 4th point now, but again a short serve, so he's going to have to go with second serve at 4-9. Acuna attacking that lob, trying to own center court. Natera pushing him out of it with a backhand wide angle, just out of the reach of Acuna. Five serving 9. Natera creeping back into this. Drive right. Acuna gets it. Pounds it back down the line. Acuna gets it, but he skipped it. I don't think it's possible to get any lower on the court there than Acuna did, unless you're on your belly. It was such a good get. But he just skipped it on the way in. There's that drive Z that's not really Zing for him. And Acuna is just attacking it regardless. Good overhead. Backhand by Natera. And there's a pass shot on the right-hand side. I think Acuna expecting the attack on the left, or maybe a pinch. He just went cross-court with it. Natera getting his next point, 7-9. Remember, it was 7-1, Acuna. Great blast of a serve. It hit light up there on the top. They are going to replay that. There is a lip there on the edge of these lights. If it hits it, it'll just kick off to the side all of a sudden. And there's not supposed to be cord hinders in the IRT. But this was discussed with the players before the match started. There are some, like I said, there are some irregularities to these courts with like mechanical boxes. Wow. Skip. Impressive, he got it. It was a great return by Acuna. But there are some electrical boxes up there. I'm not sure what they're for, but they're on the wall. They are in a hittable zone, you know, in a spot maybe you would do a lob serve with or something. Can be in the way. Good serve, good return, little splat. Acuna knows he kind of got away with one there. Versus that little splat to take it to the right-hand side where Natera was standing. I like the down-the-line shot there. Straighten that out, go down the line. It's difficult to do, but hey, these are pros. Take it down the line. Great serve by Acuna can't put that away, though. Great serve by Acuna. Natera spun around on it as it popped out just a little bit. Hit with a forehand. Wasn't that strong, but Acuna not quite ready for that. Couldn't make that front wall. 7-10 though. Yeah, he's not giving it to him this time. He's going to appeal. Call was a replay. This is a bit of a gray area, and I think this needs to be straightened out in the rules, to be honest. It's going to be 8 serving 10 for Natera, but I think that's something that needs to be a little more clarified in the rule. If you get hit with a backswing, then that's a short serve. If you get hit with a follow through, you've already struck the ball, and you're going to get hit in the backswing. That's a replay hinder. And if the player holds up because he doesn't want to hit you with a racket, you've taken away an offensive shot from him. So does he blast you with his racket, or because he has to, or does he play the safe move? And great shot there by Acuna. He knew he had Natera out of position. So I think that's a gray area in the rules there that needs to be for player safety. If you're going to get hit on the follow through and they hold up, I think that you're clearly there. You're going to get hit with the racket, and you've taken away their offensive opportunity. That should be a penalty hinder. If you are just going to get, it looks like it might be close. I don't want to swing because I don't want to hit you. Wow, great return. Great get by Natera. There's that ability to get every ball, like I was saying. And there it is again. And he ended up winning the rally out of that, just off of that get. Well, that's a great get. So I'd like to see the rules, Commissioner, maybe the board, USAR board, take a look at that particular rule and clarify that for us. If you are taking away that offensive opportunity, I had the setup, and I'm going to hit him with my racket on the follow-through. I need to hold up so I don't injure my opponent. That should be a penalty hinder. And not just a replay. There's that long reach of Natera again. Sticks the ball right on the wall. And Natera skipped it from about 5 feet from the front wall. He had an absolute cupcake and put it into the floor. 10 serving 8. Acuna's still up, but he had a big lead. It was a 6-point lead. It's only down to 2. Short serve. There's a pretty tough shoe game going on here this weekend if you're into shoes. Pretty sick shoe game going on. Good lob, Nick. Natera's got to go back glass with a great return there. We got a little ceiling ball action going on, but Acuna sets up for a forehand. Leaves it about 2 feet high. Not a good shot off the forehand, but Natera again with the skip. How many points has he given Acuna this game so far with the skips? I'm not sure. We don't have Statman here, but it's a lot. 11-8. Skip again. Just over the line. Natera's appealing a screen. Linesmen agree with referee Martel. 12-8. Or as Martel said, 12-8 when Acuna was asking for a score clarification. That's short. From Acuna's angle in the service box, you can't quite see the scoreboard that we have set up here. There is a scoreboard, so the players and the fans can check the score. But for the angle from the service box, it's not. You can't really see it. You'd have to walk over to where the receiver is. So as a receiver, you can see the scoreboard, but as a server, you cannot. Another high lob, Nick, which Natera attacks. It's coming off the back, and Acuna gets it, and he sets it right back to. We got a little bang going on here. Acuna looked like he had turned that rally around and was in control of it. He had center court and everything, and he just skipped that left-hand corner. Natera was in control. Acuna flipped it and ended up losing the rally. 8-12 now. 4-point lead again for Acuna. Such a long reach by Natera, and he gets it again with that long reach. He just keeps coming. And a fantastic splat rollout. What an effort by Natera to be finished off with a rollout splatted off of backhand of Acuna. Fantastic play by these two amazing athletes. As they're checking the floor, looking for wet spots, they want to make sure that the floor is dry so that it's safe for all the players. Somehow, after diving 3 times, Natera did not get any sweat on the floor. Twelve serves 8. Acuna back to his traditional drive serves position. Goes left. Natera skips it again. Inching closer to the finish line, Acuna. 13-8. Goes right for an ace. He's not giving it to him. I think he called a screen. Yep, screen serve. Second serve at 13-8. See if Acuna goes with his nick again, and if Natera again tries to cut it off. No, it's a half lob Z. Left that up, but it took an awkward bounce out of that corner. Martel not giving it to him. Kind of hit the back and just died. It didn't come out as far as Natera was thinking that it would. And he wasn't going to get anything great at it anyway. But 14-8 for Acuna, first game point. It's a short serve. Acuna going to give us some kind of a backhand lob. Just a backhand slice down the line there. just out of the reach of Acuna for side out. Natera may be changing things up here and going with the first serve lob. And he is. A little hopping lob serve return. Acuna should have gone back down the line on the right there. He almost gave it right back to Natera. So Natera inches a little bit closer at 9-14, and he sticks with the half lob Z. And the dancing ceiling ball return from Acuna, who sets up for a forehand. Now he's really got Natera out of position. And that was exactly what you should expect to happen for the side out for Acuna. Has his second attempt here at game number 2. 14 serving 9. A blistering drive to the left. Natera, good defense. Wide angle cross court. Sidewall for Acuna. Now he's on defense, but he's still controlling center. At least Natera didn't skip it this time. Just at the end of Acuna's racket. Natera has a very wide follow-through on his backhand. You can hear the racket clacking against the glass. When he swings. Long rally there. Couple of good gets. Natera working hard. Both athletes working hard. Ending in a side out. While the players are addressing the court and cleaning that up, I'd like to thank again the sponsors of the 2025 Tracktown Open here at the Downtown Athletic Club in Eugene, Oregon. Gearbox racquetball for the Gearbox sleek black ball that the players are using. MyPillow, Frank Hotels, KWM Gutterman, Papa Nicholas Coffee, Bates Estates, Bathcrest, and Black and White energy drinks. A new sponsor from the RT coming soon. Glad to have him. Acuna with the side out again after that long rally. Trying for game number 1 again. This will be his third try at it. He put down a blistering drive serve last time. Drive right. It's a good one. Barely makes the front wall. And he put some serious mustard on that cross court past Natera to finally put away game 1. Fantastic effort by both these athletes, but Acuna takes the game 15-9.
I chose Sage Bariatric because I pretty much was frustrated. I was about 346 pounds. I chose this path because I didn't want to have to rely on medications. I lost a total of 153 pounds. Oh, my life has improved tremendously. I was born in 1983, but I didn't start living until 2021, thanks to Sage Bariatric.
90% of insurance companies cover bariatric surgery. For information about yours, call Sage Bariatric Institute today.
I'm excited to announce that we're having our first ever mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save over 50% on this season's flannel sheets. Queen size only $59.98. Kings only $69.98. They sell out fast every year, so order now. Save 20% on our brand new My Crosses. They're designed in the likeness of the one I've worn every day for over 20 years. They come in men's and women's, and they're made right here in the USA. Get our 2025 six-piece My Towel sets for only $29.98. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, just $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our first ever mega sale. But wait, remember that $75 free shipping rule? Well, that ship is sailed because right now, every order ships absolutely free.
Welcome back. About to start game 2. Time is in. Head referee Jaime Martel telling the players time to get back on the court. Acuna steps on, followed by Natera. I believe Acuna serves first this game. They're discussing something pointed at the court, so I think there's some clarification about potential court hinders. Like I said, the IRT doesn't typically do court hinders unless it's been discussed before the match, and they all agree that X, Y, or Z will be a hinder if it hits it. And like I said, there are some mechanical boxes here, some electrical boxes that are bolted onto the sidewall, and they are in a hittable zone. At least one of them is, for sure. So, and the lights do kind of hang down just a little bit, so there's a lip there off of those lights. So if you hit a decent ceiling ball, then it's possible you'll hit that light. Good side out for Natera to start game 2. Yeah, that serve got lifted a little bit. He kind of dipped his shoulder underneath that ball as he was serving it, kind of sailed it, lifted it up. Acuna could take that and attack it out of the back corner, and he did for that winner. Right, his second bounce is right in the crack there. Natera unable to pick that up. It's still 0-0 here. Natera jumping left. Acuna serves right, but he's leaving it up. Natera got away with, thought he had that rally, and then Acuna managed to get that shot that he had up there in the front as he was cutting that ball off. Acuna knows he kind of got away with one there. Acuna checking the floor real quick just to make sure he can serve safely. 1-0. Another drive right, and it's an ace. Perfect drive right. Fantastic serve there by Acuna. 2-0. Going right again. Oh, kind of got jammed on that. The ball was coming right at him. You just got to block it. Try to do something with it. Don't let that ball hit you. Didn't quite make that front wall. Tough shot. 0-2 for Natera. Acuna with his jumping. Oh, he got lucky that that ball checked up on the ceiling there. Natera got to go around the world. It's going to come way off. Good scoop there by Acuna. coming off that right hand wall there. It wasn't, the second bounce hadn't happened yet, so ball stayed up. And Acuna with a just nice flat poke down the line. Good drive serve. Got a weak return from Natera. Bent the knees, got low, took it off the back. Took something off of it, too, so it was a nice, soft, splat kill shot. 3-0. That was short. Natera looking back at Martel to see, wasn't that a short? I think he thought that everyone knew and didn't tap on the glass, so. Great pickup by Acuna. Acuna thinking right. Natera goes left. Blasted a cross-court shot to the deep left part of the court for the side out. Natera going for the crack. Comes up short. 0-3 second serve. High lob Z. Natera trying to take a huge bite. Way more than he can chew. Goes for the super aggressive overhead forehand pinch into the corner. He needs to be more patient. That's not going to work. 3-0 for Acuna. Drive right, came out a little bit. Natera was on it. Again, the same kind of shot, almost a body shot at Acuna, who did a little better with it this time. Punched it back at the front wall, but stayed out in center court, and Natera made him pay. 0-3. The splat shot there. Oh, Acuna couldn't hit that ball clean. He hit the sidewall, slowed it down a little bit, and Natera managed to track it down. On the run, backhand kill shot up in the left. And he finally gets his first point here in game 2. Head referee Jaime Martel cleaning up the court here a little bit from the players diving around with some wet shirts. Again, player safety, first and foremost. One three, Natera. Thought it was a good pass there, but left that up. Yeah. If you're going to get up there and cut that ball off in the front, you've got to kill it. It's got to be done. Because if you can't, you're out of position, and your opponent is much better position, and he's got all he has to do is get 2 bounces before the back wall. Natera serving 2-3. Sticking with this lob serve that Acuna's doing. That was a great return there. Pounded it down the line. He'd been kind of doing a little ballet move there as he puts the ball to the ceiling. This time he opted to attack it. Acuna kind of rubbing at the back of his right calf. I wonder what's going on there. Hopefully he's okay. Oh, it looks like he caught Natera on the follow through with his racket. He's kind of shaking his arm out a little bit. Natera's going to take a little bit of an injury timeout here. He got hit by the follow through on that cutoff that Acuna did for the lob Z that he gave. So Natera hit a high lob Z. Acuna stepped up to cut it off, and when he swung, he hit Natera in the right hand on his follow through. So Natera going to take a look at that and possibly change a glove or something. Make sure that his hand and arm are okay. It definitely does hurt to get hit with a racket on the follow through. Even if it doesn't, you know, the next day you're still going to end up showing with a bruise here. And then you realize, oh, I got hit harder than I thought. Oh, yeah, you got a big racket-shaped bruise across your upper arm, man. Two years ago here at the Tracktown Open, the initial very first Tracktown Open, we had a freak thunderstorm that happened the day before the tournament started. It was really unloading. It just rained for hours, and it was really heavy. Not like your typical Oregon, you know, mostly it just drizzles kind of thing, but it was just unloading for hours, and it was very humid because of that. We had a lot of problems with the courts. You know, there was some slippage. There was a lot of replays for lob nicks and such that were, you know, hitting the sidewall and sliding. So again, according to the rules, if it's on a serve and it's, you know, it's a wet ball, then, you know, you got to replay that. So over and over again. So and they did the best they could. They had the floor, you know, construction floor fans here for drying out carpet, and every timeout and between games, you know, we'd have the doors open and the fans blowing in there, trying to keep things as dry as possible. A lot of towels were around here, but it was challenging for sure. And so it took a lot of extra time, and I remember a lot of people being impatient, but, you know, you got to just suck it up and be patient. It is what it is, you know. We can't control the weather. Nobody can. So this year is not a problem. We do have the fans sitting around here just in case, but it's not been necessary. Time's back in. Natera's in, and Acuna serving 3-2. Thought Natera would have taken a backhand with that. Chose not to. Went to the back glass. Acuna taking that off the glass real low with a pinch rollout up there. Nice shot. 4 serving 2. Hopefully Natera's hand and arm are okay there after getting struck with Acuna's racket. Good blast down the left-hand side for a serve from Acuna. Good get. Quick hands Acuna. And again, they're playing tight. Now Acuna against the back glass. Little contact, but they're playing through it. I like it. That's what I'm talking about. This is racquetball. It's a physical good get by Natera. Overhit by Acuna. And all that just for a replay. What a great rally. And we got a replay out of that. Kind of got a little quick, maybe a little sloppy there in the end. But when you're in the heat of it, man, I get it. Referee Jaime Martel out on the floor again, making sure the floor is, again, dry and as safe for the players as possible. Floor fans not necessary. Like I said, though, they are standing by. We have 3 big floor fans here, so. As the time passes and we hit the noon hour, we're getting more and more of the crowd here to show up. There's a bunch of people upstairs in the rows of chairs they have set upstairs. There is an upstairs viewing area from these lower courts in the main hallway there for the club. A really great, classic, old school kind of club. I'm digging the vibe here. I like it. In the downtown Eugene, Oregon area. A lot of great, this is a food town for sure. This is a college town. It's a food town. So if you're a foodie, you should come here to this tournament. Check out the local food. Check out some professional racquetball. Time's back in, floor's dry. Acuna serving 4-2. Drive right. Natera gets his paddle on it, but skips it 5-2. Wow. Phenomenal return by Natera. Just ripped a kill shot straight back in down the line for the side out. 2 serving 5. A drive right that catches the wall. Acuna returns the favor for a pass. Five two. Not a great serve by Acuna. Kind of a couple of feet out from that corner. Natera could step over. He's too tall. He can step over and hit that and cross court, and Acuna couldn't get his racket on that. Drive Z, it's a pretty good one. Another drop shot there, but it's coming off, and Acuna picked it up. Splat shot to finish it off by Acuna. That was a great rally. It got a little bit sloppy there in the middle, and that's what kind of kept Acuna in it. Actually, both of them. They both made a little bit of a sloppy shot, and it kind of kept them both in the rally. It should have ended earlier than it did, but Acuna with a terrific splat shot rollout to finish it off. 5-2. Driving right from the middle of the court this time is Acuna, who puts a nice kill shot down. Backhand down the line. Gets his 6th point. I knew this was going to be a battle right from the start. This was going to be a good one, even just looking at paper. 6-2 for Acuna. Both outstanding players, outstanding athletes. These are two of some of the fittest players on tour. They both work very hard on their fitness, and it's clearly showing here in the quarterfinals. A little 3-quarter lob Z. Acuna's got to go between the legs as that's down. Acuna had to go between the legs as Natera kind of gave him a little body shot there, a little body blow. And it set him up for a forehand pinch, and Natera killed it. Short. (2-6) for Natera on his second serve. The half lob Z. Natera picks it up. Acuna thought about cutting it off, but decided he would take it from the back. Yeah, chastising himself now for missing that shot. Skipped it. Thinks he skipped or slipped. So that's a little slippery. I didn't have the same problem myself last night, actually. I had a total cupcake in the middle of the court. I was gonna reverse pinch, roll out this thing because I had my opponent boxed out, and my shoe slipped. And, I skipped it. Sometimes it's gonna happen, so just have to expect it. We try to minimize it as much as possible, keep the floors in good condition. Hit them with the towels, etc. The courts are in pretty good shape. The club here maintains them pretty well. They got a decent finish on them, although I see this one here has some blood on it. Probably from Mar earlier, diving a lot. 3-6 Natera. Serve's called short. If he appeals, he's only going to get first serve again because Acuna picked up the serve. So nothing coming from Natera. He's just going to go with second serve and stick with his half lob Z. Smart move by Acuna. Knew he had 3/4 of the court on the left-hand side, set up with the backhand. Knew that Natera would go for the jump to the left to try to cover that open court. And he hit it to the right. Natera wanted to see the ball. Just check it. Acuna to serve, not from his usual spot, 6-3. Clears the line, got a setup, left it up. Natera did not go with the backhand down the line. Got some contact here. Martel not giving it to him, not giving him the hinder. I believe he can only appeal for a penalty hinder. He can't appeal for a replay, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, but if I'm wrong, tell me in the box. Let me know. Jim, you're wrong. 3-6. C serve. Came up short, but not quite enough room for Acuna to be able to swing off of that. So we got a little ceiling ball action that's coming off. Great pickup by Acuna as it almost cracked out over there, but Natera all over that for a pinch winner. And another point. Sneaking up on Acuna. See if he goes with the drive Z again. 4-6. And he does. Acuna attacks it. Tough. Very close. That's going to be a replay, though. So 4-6 again. Natera's going to set up for his drive Z. Looks like to the left. Maybe he'll try to slide one over to the right. Let's check it out. Oh, he tries to go behind him. Comes up short, so it'll be second serve. The half lob Z. Acuna attacks. Great footwork here. That was a tight pinch, but it just kind of squirted out for head referee Martel resoundingly tapping on the glass for the replay there.
Replay 476.
We'll replay 4-6. And he'll try the drive again. See if it goes with the Z. He does. It's a good one. Back glass for Acuna. Coming off, though. Natera doesn't do much with it. But Acuna's little taps, the little slices aren't coming in for him.
5-7-6.
Left that one up. Acuna put it away. Or Natera, rather. Ends the rally with a point. And he's right next door now at 5-6. The drive Z. Acuna pounds it. But Natera sailed it, but it kind of stuck in the back there for him. Another splat shot by Acuna off that wall. It was right on the wall, and he didn't even do a full follow through. He just kind of kept his racket face back and spun his torso through it, just enough to get it to that front wall and roll. Fantastic shot. Serving again at 6-5 is Acuna. short serve. Acuna from Costa Rica. Natera is from Chihuahua, Mexico. Married to LPRT professional Carlos Munoz from Chile. Skip ball.
Serving
7-5. Good get. Doesn't matter. Natera pounded that into the corner. That was a great pinch shot. I think the players may be discussing that potential get or two bounces depending on whose point of view you're coming from. 5 serving 7 for Natera. He's trying to get the fog off his glasses before he serves. Acuna just missed that little slice shot backhand into the. It was the right shot to take, and he just missed it. Of course, he made it that second try after the rally was over, but there's no pressure there. When you got no pressure, it's a much easier shot to make. When you got a guy who's 6'2" and real fast, smashing a ball at you at 140 miles an hour, not so easy. 6 serving 7 for Natera, who goes right. He goes right. Acuna manages to get it. Kind of puts a little bit of a side spin on it just because he had to reach and grab for it. And it kind of popped out weird out of that corner, and Natera misread that ball because of it. So it's a side out, and Acuna serving 7-6. He goes right with an ace serve down that right-hand side. What a blast. That was just a monster serve by Acuna down that right-hand side. Natera is tall, and he's got a long reach, and he's super fast. The only way I think he had a chance of getting that was if he dove to try to get it. Natera is going to burn his timeout. Our next quarterfinal is going to be Kane Waslinchuk versus Adam Ania. Another lefty-on-lefty battle. This is going to be a rematch from Denver and last year's Golden State Open, and I believe that was the final. And then our next quarterfinal to wrap up the day is Rodrigo Montoya from Mexico and Conrado Moscoso from Bolivia. That will also be another barn burner. Those two match up quite well. They're both powerful players. They're both very fast. They get a lot of stuff, so they both have excellent backhands. In fact, probably two of the best backhands in the game. So that'll be a battle for sure. Anyone who wants to get into these into the semifinals here is going to have a serious challenge ahead of them. The first semifinalist we have for today is Jake Bredenbeck with his win in the quarterfinals over Javier Mar. It is Jake Bredenbeck's birthday today as well, so everyone wish Jake a happy birthday. No cake and beer for Jake. He is still playing. Time's back in. Martel calls the time and the score as Natera steps back onto the court, drying his face off with a towel just a little bit before he gets back on there, trying to avoid some of the sweat on the floor, the dripping and all that. Acuna was serving. He's up by 2. (8-6). Acuna sets up in his traditional drive serve spot from far right. Short. Second, looks like he might go with his high lob nick again. He's been having good luck with that. That's a cupcake setup right there for Acuna. Whatever he wants to do, yep. Great shot. Tough ball on the wall there for Natera to try to peel that off. Both of these players using gearbox rackets. I find it easier for myself to pull balls off the wall with the Pro Kenix racket. Just a bit short. Martel's calling it good. Appealed by Natera. Both linesmen agree. Everyone calls it good except for me and Natera. Neither of us count. And so Acuna pulls away just a little bit farther. 10 serving 6. Blast down the backhand side. Controlling center court, Acuna skipped it. Knew what he had. Knew he had it. And just rolled it a little bit. Rolled his arm over. Just that little bit. The closer you are, and the smaller the margin of error can be when you're just rolling that over a little bit. Vis-a-vis Natera's cupcake skip that he hit from 5-6 feet in front of the wall, and he put it into the floor. Nice move by, good pinch there by Natera. Put it into the corner with some pace to move it away from Acuna, so it was 2 bounces before Acuna could get it. Nice rally for Natera there. 7-10, keeping over on that left-hand side, mixing up his serves. This time he goes with one behind him, trying to hit the crack. Misses. Still have to go second. See if he goes with that lob Z he's been doing. Changing direction. Probably go with the Z again. Z to the right. Pretty sure he got that, and he got that too. Acuna with the skip there in the end. He could appeal to 2 bounces on that. He thought it was 2 bounces, but maybe he's thinking about it. He should check with his brother Sergio, who's here. Sergio's here in his camp. Eyeball and stuff. He may have told and checked with him already and said, no, don't do it. I think it was a good get. Natera very fast. All these players very fast, of course. Drying the floor off. I wonder what the rule is on knee pads. Your knee pads are, making the floor wet all the time. We keep having to stop and dry up all the sweat, Can you make them change their, you can make them change, the player change their shirt. Can you make them change their knee pads? Interesting. Maybe that should be addressed by our rules commissioner as well. Short serve by Natera, who has snuck back up to within 2 of Acuna at 8-10. Little behind the backer there for Acuna. Looked like he thought that Natera was going to go to the right-hand side. He's kind of camped out over there a little bit. Natera sliced that ball back down the left-hand side, just out of the reach of Acuna. And now Natera is within 1 again. 9-10. Goes back to the Z. It wasn't a good one. It was going to hit back wall, kick off side wall, and come out. Acuna decided to attack it, but skipped it. So now Natera has tied up the game at 10-10. Another Z. This is a good one. Acuna goes around the world with it. That was a pretty good one. Natera returns the favor, but it's short. Acuna slept it up. And for the first time, Natera takes the lead.
11, 13, 10.
Acuna takes a timeout. It's the only one he gets. Reminder that we do have 2 more quarterfinals coming up after this. This is only the second one. Winner of the first was Jake Bredenbeck over Javier Mar. And we have this current match coming on. Then the next up will be number 1 player in the world, Kane Waslinchuk, versus Adam Mania. 2 lefties. After that, we'll have Rodrigo Montoya and Conrado Moscoso. This is the Tracktown Open 2025 edition at the Downtown Athletic Club in Eugene, Oregon. Again, it is a fantastic facility. Old school club in the downtown area, a lot of shops, little foodie town, you know, so there's a lot of great stuff going on. And this, of course, couldn't be done without our sponsors, Papa Nicholas, KWM Gutterman, Bates Estates, Bathcrest, My Pillow, Frank Hotels, and, of course, Gearbox Racquetball. Gearbox Racquetball providing the International Racquetball Tour with the Gearbox Sleek Black Ball. I always encourage people to try that ball just to experience it, see what it's like, see what the pros are playing with. You know, give it 3 games. You know, see how it changes through the games, and it's a challenging ball to play with. So, I encourage you to try it, give it a whirl. Plays differently than other balls.
11, 13, 10.
Time's back in now. Head referee Jaime Martel has called the score of 11-10. This is the first time in the match that Natera has held the lead. He's sticking with his drive Z location there on the left-hand side. He has been mixing it up. He goes just right with this. Good return by Acuna, so Natera goes ceiling. And even though Acuna had a cupcake setup there with his backhand at 30 feet, he skipped it. Natera now with a 2-point lead over Acuna at 12-10. Another bad serve on the Z there. Acuna attacks it. There's the soft touch from Acuna. Did not leave that one up. He got very low, very focused on the ball. Nice, easy slice tap. It went right back down the line, 2 bounces quickly. Natera had no chance at that, and now it's a side out. Acuna serving at 10-12. Assumes his typical drive spot from the right. Goes for a jam on that corner, maybe the crack. And a reverse pinch. Wow, what a brutal shot. Oh my gosh. He hammered that ball into that left-hand corner. Must be a little wet spot there on the floor. Gonna have to dry it up. Or maybe it's just a little slippery and not wet. Anytime a spot like that is found, try to address that. Keep the players as safe as possible. We don't want anyone getting injured for any reason. Moscoso did slip last night, and tweaked his left hip a little bit. Managed to finish off his match with Andre Parilla. But he looked like he was in some discomfort, so we hope that Moscoso is okay. Natera was struck with a racket on a follow-through. in the hand, so it looks like he's okay. He's still playing. Same serve from Acuna, and he had the setup on his racket at the short line for a pinch, and he missed it. He skipped that ball, letting Natera get back into the service box. It was a good serve. He had some luck with it before, and he got his 11th point off of that. So he went back to it. Not a good Z. Yeah, and Acuna makes him pay for that. Acuna being a little bit more patient with that drive Z, because he's recognized now that some of those aren't gonna hit the sidewall and Z out. They're hitting the back and then coming off the sidewall for him for a setup. Good drive down the right. And a splat shot to finish it off. Acuna seriously getting about as low as you can get without your butt touching the floor. He is just so low when he's hitting these balls. And he ties it up at 12. Drive serve from Acuna. Goes right for an ace with Natera going to the left. Natera asking how many appeals he has. He opts not to appeal that. 13-12 Acuna. Great serve. Great serve. Ace right into the corner. It hit the sidewall as far away from Natera's racket as you could possibly get, right there. And then it had such pace on it with spin that it just shot to the back wall and then died. It was already past Natera's racket. He couldn't get it. This brings up match point. We're on a 4-point run here for Acuna. This brings up match point at 14-12. First attempt at match for Acuna. Drive right again. Natera picks it up. That's 2 bounces there. I thought it was 2 bounces. It was appealed, and the lines judges upheld head referee Jaime Martel's call that it was not 2 bounces. Lines judges for this match are Karim Carrasco and Rodrigo Montoya. The call is the call. Acuna appealed, and he lost his appeal, so there's nothing that can be done about it. He's going to have to shake it off. As Natera manages to hold off game 1 and the match, or game 2 rather, and the match with Andres Acuna. He'll serve now at 12-14. Going for the crack on the left-hand side. Coming off the bat. Oh. Contact there. I agree with Martel there on the replay. Acuna hoping for a penalty. Hinder on that. Considering all the movement, the way the ball was going to come out of the corner, and the positioning of the players, that Martel decided, no, that's just a replay. Natera goes right. Acuna goes cross court. Can't pick that up from Natera, who ends up with his 13th point. He is again right next door, 13 serving 14. Neither player has a timeout. So we are in it to the finish. Very short, nearly skipped. See if we go back to that high lob Z, and we do. Well, a half lob Z. Acuna attacks it. He attacks again. Goes wide angle. Oh, and just skipped it off of that sidewall there. Trying for a splat. The ball was stuck on the wall. It was a fantastic rally. Our crowd really appreciating that one. And Natera has tied it up at 14. Are we going breaker, folks? Are we going breaker? Natera with the serve. Short. Second serve, we'll probably see that lob Z again, whether it's a half or a high lob. Maybe a 3/4. Acuna tries to shoot that down the line, catches sidewall, and that's game 2. A little cat and mouse game. Natera and Acuna.
Corporation has been producing the finest continuous gutter machines in the United States, building the highest quality.
I chose Sage Bariatric because I pretty much was frustrated. I was about 346 pounds. I chose this path because I didn't want to have to rely on medications. I lost a total of 153 pounds. Oh, my life has improved tremendously. I was born in 1983, but I didn't start living until 2021, thanks to Sage Bariatric.
90% of insurance companies cover bariatric surgery. For information about yours, call Sage Bariatric Institute today.
I'm excited to announce that we're having our first ever mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save over 50% on this season's flannel sheets. Queen size only $59.98. Kings only $69.98. They sell out fast every year, so order now. Save 20% on our brand new My Crosses. They're designed in the likeness of the one I've worn every day for over 20 years. They come in men's and women's, and they're made right here in the USA. Get our 2025 6-piece My Towel sets for only $29.98. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, just $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our first ever mega sale. But wait, remember that $75 free shipping rule? Well, that ship is sailed because right now, every order ships absolutely free.